Hi friends, welcome to Viper Lab. I have created this full video series on Wi-Fi pen testing. I have tried to cover basic to advanced all topics related to Wi-Fi pen testing. I have covered basic terminology, concepts, tried to explain each and everything related to Wi-Fi pen testing. Hope you would like this video series. Friends, let's start and go ahead and cover all the topics.
The use of appropriate video content in this video is solely for educational purposes. We are not endorsing, promoting, or directing any illegal activity. Our intention is to provide educational content to enhance knowledge and promote learning.
Let me introduce myself. My name is Vibhuti and I have 20 years of experience in ethical hacking, pen testing, cybersecurity, and bug hunting. Yeah, if you feel that any of the topics you know it and you already have good knowledge on that, then you can skip the topic. I have created the timestamp. You can go to the timestamp and see the topic panel. Let's get started. Come to the first topic, hardware and software requirements. So I want to more emphasize on the Wi-Fi adapter size before purchasing any Wi-Fi adapter for this environment setup or for the lab setup. I would say that you consider that your Wi-Fi adapter should support monitor mode, packet injection mode, and it should support Kali Linux and your OS version. It should support 2.5 gigahertz of frequency, and it should support it should support MAC address change and MAC address spoofing. Apart from this, it should support virtual interface, right? So for this environment, in the beginning, I have used a Wi-Fi adapter. It is not mandatory that you use this Wi-Fi adapter, but these all features should be supported in your Wi-Fi adapter to run the smooth hands-on during this entire course. Let's try to understand how we will set up the environment. So first of all, I have used 8 GB minimum RAM because we are going to use virtual machine, and from 2.5 gigahertz. If it will be multi processor, then it will be helpful. And I'm preferring here 64-bit system. The reason is that we are going to use a 64-bit OS image, and we are going to use 64-bit virtual box, and we are going to use Wi-Fi adapter which is supporting 64-bit OS. Other thing, we should enable virtualization technology in our BIOS setting. And the other thing is VirtualBox and Kali Linux. So let's begin and see. I'm using this virtual adapter. You can see in the image, it will cost around 4,559 rupees in India, in Indian currency, and might be it will come around $40 to $50 in US currency. The Wi-Fi adapter is AWUS 036 ACS. So I have verified the specification. It supports packet injection, it supports Kali Linux, it supports monitor mode. You can go in this slide which I am recommended adapters. It consists of Alpha, Panda, and Wi-Fi Nation. Totally depend upon you what type of Wi-Fi adapter you are taking. So now comes to the part of enabling virtualization. You can see it here. There are different companies have different keywords to go into BIOS and doing the virtualization, uh, supporting the virtualization. So here you can see for enabling virtualization, I proceed with the follow process, reboot the computer, enter BIOS settings, enable virtualization settings. It may be called VTX, MDB, SVM, and the last part is Kali Linux. I have taken ISO image for this Kali Linux. Kali Linux is a default distro for pen testing purpose. I have used this. Come to the setting of the lab. So let's start installing VirtualBox. Okay, here you can see the link. Yeah, this is the actual website. Click it. Actually, I did already download it. So here you can see the host, Windows host and Mac OS host. So what do you mean by Windows host and Mac OS host? So it says that base system which we are using. Okay, like the Linux, and click this one. I will click and I am downloading the VirtualBox. I already downloaded it here. You can see it here. I have already downloaded. So we also need to download virtual extension pack. This will be useful for running add-on tools. Let's go to install VirtualBox. It's coming. The VirtualBox pop-up. Put next or next. Yes. Install. So it takes time and it's completed. Now we will install the extension pack. I agree. Now we will go download Kali Linux, and yeah, Kali Linux download. Click. So there are two base options. One is ISO, so we'll take ISO. You can use based on the base system. You can use 64-bit, 32-bit. I have 64-bit. We'll install 4-bit. So it's coming some around 3.7 GB. It will take time. I'm pausing the video. So we have downloaded it. So let's go. So you can see one thing I want to say you. Yeah, while doing downloading ISO image, you might face some problem like file corruptions or file damage during the time of installation. So we need to know whatever file we downloaded, it should not be tampered or it should not be disturbed, right? So it shows that our file which downloaded, it is not tampered. Yeah, because the 256 sum is equal in downloaded file as well as in the website portal. So let's go and proceed to the next part, installing Kali Linux. So this is the command which I have used. So you can see the command is set util space hyphen hash file name, and then 256. Enter. The output we have to match with the portal hash. So this, let's compare it. This is the hash for AEE AEA. Yeah. So this is matching the 263B6 263BA. Okay, fine. It's matching. Both is matching. Okay, so our file is not tampered. Double click. We have opened the VirtualBox. So next, let me put the name as Wi-Fi and select the folder. Select the ISO image. Next, I am setting the 8 GB memory. I am selecting 2-core processor. Next, yeah, disk space I am keeping 25 GB. I will tell one thing, go to settings and in network option select NAT. Okay, done. Start it. So we will install graphic, continue, United States, continue. It will take time. I will put the name Wi-Fi, network name will Wi-Fi network, Wi-Fi catcher, Kali 2023 with the password. It will take time. Let's pause the video. So we have installed Kali now. Username is Wi-Fi and password is Kali 2023. So this is my Wi-Fi adapter. I already told. So we are going to use it. Login Kali 2023. So you can see here. Go to Alpha website. This is my adapter. I have selected the product by going here. tele compatible. This one is my adapter. Going to download, trying to download the driver and installation of driver. So our is Linux, right? So I click the Linux. So you can see here. Yeah. So these are the commands for installing in the Kali Linux. So guys, we will cover the basic terminologies and concepts. So here we are going to cover 802.11 IEEE. We are going to cover Wi-Fi network communication, what is beacons, ESSID, what is channel, what is airodump-ng, etc. And we are also going to cover the basic of encryption, what is encryption, what is WPA2 encryption, and what is symmetric encryption. Also, we will understand step-by-step process of WPA2 four-way handshake, what is open authentication, what is pre-set key. Even we will understand Wi-Fi protected setup, how to configure router for WPS, what is de-authentication and de-association attack. So friends, now come to the topic of what is beacon, what is ESSID, what is channel, what is airodump-ng. So whenever we switch on the Wi-Fi router, during that time it will broadcast a packet known as beacon. You can see many times we can, when we open our Wi-Fi settings in our mobile or in a laptop, you are able to view a lot of Wi-Fi network. So here you can see these are many Wi-Fi network. You can see it, Airtel John 5, generic to Ruxana. So these all are Wi-Fi that is present in my surroundings. Wi-Fi network present like our Airtel John 5, generic to Ruxana, Airtel 85, like that, Dubey. So all these Wi-Fi network are broadcasted by different Wi-Fi router. So this Wi-Fi router broadcasts their network with a packet known as beacons. So here you can see in this demonstration. So whenever we switch on the Wi-Fi router, it will broadcast the signals. So in every 100 millisecond, it will broadcast the signals, and you can able to see. I want to say you that this beacon consists of ESSID, BSSID, channel, encryption, all this information in its packet, right? Beacons are nothing, it's a packet which are broadcast. These are collected by our Wi-Fi adapter, which are inbuilt in our Wi-Fi laptop or in our Wi-Fi mobile. So you can get a clear picture what is beacon, right? Yeah, let's come to the part of ESSID, right? So what is ESSID? So here you can see this is my inbuilt laptop, and it can able to get the beacon signals of John 5 router and John 2 router and generic router. So these router signals are uh, come in the name of ESSID. So John 5 is nothing, it is a ESSID of John 5 network. John 2 is nothing, it is a ESSID of John 2 network. So let's go to inside Kali Linux and try to understand how it captures beacon packets, right? So here you can see this that this is in monitor mode, and for that we need to change the configuration. By default a Wi-Fi adapter will be in managed mode. So let's we capture the packet of different network. So Wi-Fi, we have put ifconfig, we can see our WLAN 0. We will put sudo I airodump-ng WLAN 0. Yeah, so these are the packets. You can see this is the ESSID. Yeah, and you can see the John 2 network. So come to the part of BSSID. BSSID is actually Wi-Fi network. So MAC address, Wi-Fi network MAC address. So we have to distinguish the MAC address. Yeah, suppose two Wi-Fi network has, you can learn it from evil twin attack latter section. We can create ESSIDs of two devices in the same name. So how to distinguish which ESSID is belongs to which network? So it can be distinguished by the BSSID. That is, we can tell it as a MAC address of a specific network, for which it cannot be changed. Yeah. So that's the reason why BSSID is needed. So in the latter section, I am going to explain you what is row access point. Here you can see the power. So power means minus 82 decibel for Airtel 98451 signal network. So here you have to understand, the less the power, like minus 21 has higher signal strength and minus 82 is the lowest signal strength. So here you can see you can see the channel. Channel is 11 for John 2. In the downmost in Wi-Fi channels are frequency in which data are transmitted. Right. Let's try to understand what is channel. Okay. So channel here it seems we know that different Wi-Fi adapter whenever we purchase, or even in our inbuilt laptop and mobile devices there are Wi-Fi adapters. So these adapters have some specific band, frequency band like 2.5 gigahertz and 5 gigahertz, in which they listen the broadcasted packets by router, Wi-Fi router, right? But we cannot use a single band for n number of devices. So in that there will be more interference, right? So that's the reason each band is distributed in multiple channels. So just like 2.5 gigahertz, we have distributed it to 11 channels. So that means it will uh, it will break down the bandwidth. It will break down the band to multiple channel. Like here you can see channel 2.4 gigahertz is distributed to 11 channels. Channel 1 consists of 2.412 gigahertz. So this is the channel in which the router will send its signal. So that's the reason more channel has created for a specific band, so that less interference can be happen within the transmission of data, right? So here you can see WPA2. This is the WPA2 here stands for the encryption. Which type of encryption we are? Besides adjacent to this, that there is a cipher. So cipher and then authentication. PSK means preset key, whether you are giving password or whether you are doing open authentication. Guys, come to understand the encryption. So here you can see, let's come to the basic concept of encryption. So here you can see the plain text, right? AD. Suppose there is a plain text AD is, we are using some algorithm, right? And AD is converted to DZ, right? Using that algorithm. So some mathematical formula, like we'll come to the latter section and we can understand what is that mathematical formula. The mathematical formula which I am saying was Caesar algorithm. So in Caesar algorithm, you can see the first A will be converted to 3 position ahead. So it will come to D, right? So the first letter will be D. You can see in the ciphertext. So similarly, if we convert C, it will come to G. So DG is the new ciphertext come under the mathematical formula, using the mathematical formula. Now we have to decrypt, then we will put encryption key and use this encryption key to encrypt the data. And now this encryption key is used to again encrypt or hash the data, right? So after that we need the same decryption key which will decrypt the data to plain text, right? This is the basic concept of uh, encryption and decryption, right? So here come to the next part. Here you can see that uh, that Sally wants to send a data, so she will use a encryption algorithm like Caesar algorithm and add some key, and that plain text will be converted to, yeah, this is the encryption algorithm and key, and will come converted to encrypted text. And using LAN, this encrypted text can be sent. So the main reason is that to retain the confidentiality, nobody can able to read the data. So once it is reached to designated user, then decryption algorithm is run with using the same, and with the use of same key, it will be decrypted, right? So you can see clearly how it works. So the main advantage here of this is nobody can read the data while in data in the transmit. Okay, here the medium is network. So this network medium it is going. There are two type of encryption. One is symmetric encryption, other one is asymmetric encryption. In symmetric encryption, the key in which the data is encrypted and decrypted is the same, right? So here you can see there are two keys used for encryption and decryption. Symmetric encryption says that the same key is will be used for encrypting the data and decrypting the data in the both side, right? Now come to the part where this asymmetric encryption is used. Now we have to share this key, right, which is same in the both side, right? So how we will share? So we will share using asymmetric key, right? In asymmetric key, the encryption key and decryption key are different, right? So there will be a public key which would be shared among both the part, and there will be a private key for decryption. So here we have to understand there is a key which Sally needs to share with Bob, because as we see that in symmetric encryption both key are same, right? So, but how trustworthy is that we will share it directly like LAN, and how we will share, right? So we go to the approach of asymmetric encryption. So in that, in asymmetric encryption, I'm not going very deep and explaining how asymmetric encryption performs. Here you have to understand asymmetric encryption uses public key for encryption of data, and for decryption it is uses private key, right? I will make different video for asymmetric encryption. So let's come to what are the things we gained from this encryption. One is confidentiality, other one is integrity, and a third thing is authentication. So what does confidentiality means? That whatever data we are sending using encryption, it cannot be read by any third party, right? Sally is sending encrypted data to Bob using symmetric key. Bob is able to decrypt the data. Only Bob can read Sally's data, right? That is confidential. Integrity, whether the data which sent by Sally to Bob is tampered or not, right? So that part will be taken care by the integrity. So here authentication means to authenticate a valid user, right?
The
WPA2 four-way handshake. Many of us do not understand WPA2 four-way handshake. Many ask me the question how WPA2 four-way handshake work, how attacker cracked the password using WPA2 four-way handshake.
The use of appropriate video content in this video is solely for educational purposes.
So first we need to understand till now what we studied, and how a general scenario of Wi-Fi network works. Okay, let me show you in this diagram. There are number of devices like mobile, there is laptop, which are known as client device. Okay, these are known as client device. It can be smart TV like that. So these devices have Wi-Fi adapter, right? Configured with specific bandwidth, like this Wi-Fi router supports 2.45 gigahertz communication, and it has SSID, John 2, and it is communicating, right? And this Wi-Fi adapter, first it will communicate in the form of beacon packet in less than 100 milliseconds. Wi-Fi adapter catch this beacon. This Wi-Fi adapter should able to catch 2.5 gigahertz band of frequency, and it will catch the beacon packet like John 2 is cached, and it will show in this. Once the beacon packet is cached, it will do four-way handshake. This is the scenario of WPA2. Okay, so it will do four-way handshake. And once the four-way handshake is completed, then the network is connected to Wi-Fi network, and Wi-Fi net router, it has configured inbuilt DNS, DSCP. It will goes to your internet. So now the scenario comes how the attacker will perform the attack. Suppose here one attacker came. So this is attacker, right? The first thing he will put his Wi-Fi adapter in monitor mode, or and will run airodump-ng to monitor all the traffic going in 2.5 gigahertz. So once we'll list out all the network one by one, it will list out all the network. Okay, once the network will be listed, so it will choose to send de-authentication packet to the Wi-Fi network. This is de-auth packet, right? And it will disrupt the connection, right, between client and between your Wi-Fi network. The second step is that once it will disrupt the communication using de-auth packet, the client will again try to connect with the router, right? During this process, it will do again four-way handshake, right? This four-way handshake will be captured by your attacker. Attacker will capture it, and this handshake will be saved. Okay, and this attacker will use this handshake to brute force the password with algorithm to match whether the particular value will be equal or not, and after that password will be find it out. Okay, so this is the full mechanism of how we are going, what is how the client communicate with Wi-Fi router, and how it is communicating with internet. And so in this chapter we are going to learn how WPA2 four-way handshake occurs. If you understand four-way handshake, then you will be easily understand how the four-way handshake is used to cracking the password. Okay, so let's begin with four-way handshake. Hi friends. So WPA2 four-way handshake. Okay, many of us do not understand WPA2 four-way handshake. Even many students ask me the question that if attacker gets WPA2 four-way handshake, how can he brute force or crack the password, right? So in this session, we are going to learn how WPA2 four-way handshake work, and how attacker cracked the password using WPA2 four-way handshake. So before that I begin, I want to say that there is a vulnerability, common known vulnerability in WPA2, that is known as crack key reinstallation. So I will go to that part. The first we will understand how WPA2 four-way handshake work, right? You can see in this diagram that we have client and we have access point, right? Right now we have SSID, right? And we have preset key, that is pass 1 2 3. Similarly, access point has same thing, SSID, reset key, right? Apart from that, we have MAC address of access point and MAC address of client, right? And also it's easy to collect MAC address for access point and MAC address for client by access point as well as client respectively. So now here you can see that we have three things. Client create a PMK key, right? Client will create PMK pairwise master key using SSID and pass 123. That is its preset key, right? Similarly, access point will also create PMK using these two parameters. Here we have to understand this PMK never shared between access point and client by any means. So it doesn't go through air, it doesn't go through where. First, access point will send a request known as anons, authenticator nonce, right? So this anons request will be received by client, right? So client now have anons. Now in this step, client will create a PTK. Okay, so by combining all these things and additional S nonce, which client is going to send to access point, right? So this is derived from this. Now client will send S nonce plus MIC. Let me clarify you MIC. Actually, PTK has 5 parts, right? There are 5 parts. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Right? There is one part known as KCK, right? So this KCK is involved in creation of MIC, right? Once the MIC will be attached to S nonce and sent to access point, this MIC will be matched by access point by creating PTK and verify whether the MIC is correct or not. Right, this is the first step, this is the second step. Now in the third step, there will be one more group temporal key will be generated. So I'm not going to tell you more about this. GTK will be generated and MIC of this GTK will be sent across. Again, the MIC will be checked and an acknowledgement will be sent to access point by client. In this step, when an attacker will capture this, after capturing, attacker has to find this proper PTK. So for that, attacker has SSID, attacker has MAC address of both the attacker has anons and snons, alright, but attacker doesn't have password. So crack is a vulnerability which cause key reinstallation. In this vulnerability, attacker will try to create PTK and try to create MIC and match the MIC, right? This is attacker MIC and this is your client MIC, and it will try to match. If they both match with their guest password, here is the password, then the password is successful, brute force is successful. So let's see, attacker first try the password 123, it put it here 123 and again run and create PTK and KCK will generate and it will match to MIC with the attacker MIC, and if it is match, it will not match, so this password is wrong. Then attacker will go on and put like this throughout till the time the original password is not cracked. So hope you understand how it works, guys. In previous chapter we understood what is four-way handshake and how it can be captured for cracking password, Wi-Fi password. Now we are going to do practical demo for this. In practical demo, so we are hacking Wi-Fi network, right? The first thing which we will use, the first command, it is airodump-ng. The purpose of this command is it will be list all the targets, all the Wi-Fi network that our adapter is detecting, right? And the second thing, after finding or after selecting the target, we will use the authentication attack. That de-authentication attack tool which we are going to do is airplay-ng. This tool we are going to use for performing our de-authentication attack. So I did explain you how de-authentication attack works and how it will disconnect the network, right? Now after that, once de-authentication attack will successful, then client adapter will again try to four-way handshake, right? So here the next part, it will come capture the handshake, right? So after this, the third part will come using Aircrack-ng to crack the password. So I am going to demonstrate you all this one by one. So the scenario will be like this. Okay, this is the client connected to Wi-Fi network for access point. So here is the attacker, right? If he will send the authentication request, then it will be disconnected, and client again try to create or connect Wi-Fi network by sending request to router. So it will try to create four-way handshake, and this handshake will be captured by attacker. So this is the process, and we are going to use it. So there are two commands which we need to use, that is for capturing handshake. It is airodump-ng channel. We have to mention the channel, and ESSID, it is the MAC address of Wi-Fi network, and write hackdump, this will be the PCAP file where the data will save. WLAN 0 mon will be the interface, and the airplay-ng is used for de-association attack. So let's start. Let's log in inside the Kali Linux. So Kali 2023, yeah, Kali 2023. I'm logging inside. We'll clear this one. Right, we'll clear this one. Okay, now first we will verify whether our adapter is in monitor mode or not. We'll go and first we will see whether Wi-Fi adapter is detecting or not. IFCO and config. Okay, our WLAN is detecting here. Now I will put IW config. It is in manage mode. We'll do one thing. We will sudo airmon to start WLAN Ali to grid. Okay, right. We'll look again on this. Okay, it is in monitor mode, right? The first thing we will see what are the targets that is surrounding our Wi-Fi adapter. Our Wi-Fi adapter is able to detect the targets, right, surrounding Wi-Fi network. Let's see. Sudo airodump-ng LAN 0. Okay, dash. We have to see what is the. Okay, it's a WLAN mon. Okay, so sudo 0 mon. Right. Now we are able to get what are the targets, right? So let our target, we will select it. Our target is Airtel John 5. Okay, and its Wi-Fi network MAC address is this one, 5C8C99, and it is connected to so many stations. Okay, let's select one. Let's make our command as per this channel is 10. Right, copy the selection, go to the. So here we will give the BSS ID of the Wi-Fi network. the targeted Wi-Fi network. Here it is also same. Here we will give the MAC address. Let's see which is the MAC address. So this is the station MAC address, right? Station MAC address. We will give this one. Okay, fine. Here. Okay. Now we'll put parallelly. First we will send the deauthentication attack. We'll launch deauthentication attack sudo at the end. Right. Deauth 0 means it will be unlimited packet. It will send. If you want to send 6 packet, you can write it 6 packet. Let's write it 10 packet. Right. And we'll put it here. The other command. We will put hack dump file to write the handshake capture, the TK file. We'll press enter, right? I want to run it parallelly, so first we will run this one. Okay, the authentication request started. It's saying that our channel is free. Okay, so here is the thing which we have to do. We have to change our channel to 10. Okay. Right, change. Now we'll change the authentication attack. Okay, started. Let's start capturing the sudo. Okay, we'll see. The capture will be in the right side top corner. It should come. We'll do one thing. Okay, the handshake is captured. Great. So here you can see the handshake is captured successfully. Right, now we will see how we will crack the password using this handshake. Let's go to there are so many hack dump files. So here I want to say you one thing. If you write a command, this command, right? Put this command and you mention hack dump. The first command or enter, first time you attempt, it will come as a 01. The second time you enter, it will come as 02. So here you can see we attempted so many times. The third time we attempted, it came 03. So the last attempt is this one, hackdump09.cap, right? So we have captured the three-way handshake. So let's go and try to hack this file. So here we can see that the third tool which we are going to use, Aircrack-ng, for cracking the password. We will crack using this word list, right? Let me choose the word list. Which word list is good one? Go to Kali Linux, locate common.txt, right? Let's choose this word list, right? Or this word list. Okay, we will choose this word list. We will put in command, right? And this is the capture file, right? Pcap file. Here we'll go and put it in this file. So the command will be sudo Aircrack-ng, and this is the dump file which we need to crack. The dump file will be 09. It will be 09. Now press enter. See how fast it cached it. The password is boss123, right? So let's try to connect to the network. So we got the password. You can see how fast we detect the password, right? So this is the password. Now let's try to connect the targeted network, right? Available network Airtel Zone 5 for the password. We will give BOSS@123, right? So let's see whether it's connected or not. Oh, it's connected, right? So we are able to hack Zone 5, Airtel Zone 5 network. Let's ping to the particular network google.com. So friends, I have covered, right? If you have any concerns or any query, you can ping me or you can comment me. So guys, follow my Telegram channel for day-to-day updates. Please subscribe, like, and your effort will definitely support me to come up with the new videos, new tutorials. I tried my best to explain it. Thanks guys. Have a good day. Hi friends, part 1, part 2, part 3. We have covered all three parts of Wi-Fi pen testing. So in this part, we are going to understand rogue access point, what is evil-twin attack, how we can use tools like Airgeddon and Wi-Fi.
The use of appropriate video content in this video is solely for educational purposes.
So before going to understand this topic, let me tell you, you have to use Wi-Fi adapter which will support your virtual interface VIF. Let me show you. I have used this type of adapter which supports virtual interface. Previously, I have shared with you the link, right? So let me share with you again the link which will help you to understand. If you go to this link, I will share this link in the description box, and you can go through this link and you can purchase any Wi-Fi adapter, right? So my Wi-Fi adapter which I have purchased, this is AWF036NHA, right? So this is the Wi-Fi adapter which I have purchased, and now going to demonstrate you how to use different tools. But before going to that, we need to understand rogue access point. So what is rogue access point? Suppose a person or someone go inside a medical premises, right? So like hospital premises or big enterprise premises, and we know that those type of premises consist Wi-Fi network, right? So if someone go inside that premises and create some Wi-Fi network using its own Wi-Fi router, then it will be a rogue access point, because that person has not taken permission from network administrator to run a Wi-Fi network in that particular premises, right? So now come to understand how this rogue access network or rogue access point can create or can used to launch a severe attack known as evil twin attack. All right. So let us go forward and try to understand in the board. Let me go to whiteboard. So come to the whiteboard and try to understand how this attack will be performed. This is evil twin attack, right? Okay, there is a coffee house. The name of coffee house is Zone Coffee House. There is a mobile device which is connected to John Coffee House Wi-Fi network. So the network name is Zone 5. So now what is rogue access point and what is able to in attack? So let's say an attacker inside the reach of its client install a Wi-Fi router named as Zone 5. You can see that both names are similar, and make and can able to disable this network using some tools, and it make force to the client to log in inside attacker network due to the same name. Okay, so it will launch deauthentication attack to the Wi-Fi network and make this network unavailable. And when client will again check the Wi-Fi router, Wi-Fi network list, it will find Zone 5, which is attacker network. And now using attacker network, the client will connect it to internet, right? So here, what is the thing attacker can do? Attacker can perform password stealing, credit card, and sensitive information compromise. The second thing, it can launch phishing attack using client device. It can cause ransomware attack. It can perform and make this client part of bot network, a big bot network. So let's go to understand how our tool Airgeddon will work and how it perform evil twin attack. So let's go and try to understand again in whiteboard. So let's try to understand how Airgeddon will work. The first thing Airgeddon will do will install a Wi-Fi network, Zone 5. The first step is it will create a Wi-Fi network, Zone 5. The second part, it will launch a deauthentication attack to the access point. Deauthentication. And the third thing is that once the attack is launched, okay, the client network will be disconnected and Wi-Fi adapter will try to again connect to the access point, original access point, and it will create four-way handshake. So this four-way handshake will be captured by attacker. So this is the third step. Now this client will open this adapter network list. Right here it will find Zone 5. Though this access point is disabled now, right? Disabled. Now new access point is attacker access point. So client will try to connect to the Zone 5 attacker network. So Zone 5 will attacker will create a captive portal asking for password. So it will ask client to the password, captive portal, password, and client will send the password. Once the password will be sent, the attacker will match this password using algorithm to with captured handshake, right? Okay, with captured handshake. So if the handshake able to detect the password, then attacker will allow this connection to establish. And once this established, it will go and connect to internet. So here is the point attacker, what attacker can do. I previously told steal password, credentials, credit cards, and sensitive information. Launch attack like phishing, ransomware, create the client to be a part of bot network. If you go to my previous part 3 video, you can able to understand what is WPA2 four-way handshake and how it is used for cracking Wi-Fi password. If you go to my previous video, I have told you, you can see here, understanding four-way handshake, hacking demonstration using airodump-ng, airplay-ng, and Aircrack-ng. Go to this video and try to understand why WPA2 four-way handshake is needed. So come to the part. So let's start the demonstration of attacking evil twin attack against the target. Let's come to So here you can see I have in my Wi-Fi connectivity Airtel John 5 network, right? So we have to create a Wi-Fi network in the name same as Airtel John 5, and we have to launch the attack. So you can see it is connected to this one. Okay, so I'm going to set up a similar name Wi-Fi network using Airgeddon. Let's log in inside the network Kali 2023, right? We log in inside, verify whether our Wi-Fi adapter is monitor mode or no. IW-con. Oh, there is no Wi-Fi adapter detecting. So here is Wi-Fi adapter. It is in managed mode. So we need to convert it into the monitor mode. That is the first thing. Okay, convert. Now we will launch the Airgeddon attack. Sorry, application. So it is launching. Okay. So it is asking what are the interface you will select. I will select two, and okay, we have to go to able twin attacks menu 7. Okay, explore the target. This is the first thing we have to do. For okay, here you can see it's open. Here this is our network, right? Airtel John 5. The channel is 1. Select the network 24. We have selected supported bands 2.4 gigahertz, channel 1 Airtel John 5. And now we will select region captive portal 9. Now we come to the part of launching deauthentication attack. So we are going to launch deauthentication attack. Choose one. No. Want to spoof your MAC address? Yes, it will take time to launch the attack. Okay, handshake is captured. Congratulations. Your handshake is captured. It is saved in this file. You will select it. Press enter key. Right now we have to tell the path where we will save the password. Right, the path where we save the password. Yes, so we'll go for English one. No, we don't need any advanced captive portal. Wait a sec. So our access point is enabled. You can see here it is marked as enabled, and one by one. Now the thing want to see whether there will be two Airtel John 5 network. Let me show you. Here you can see there are two John 5 networks. Here you can see this is the one which is attacker's network, and this is the other network. Here one thing, I didn't perform deauthentication attack to disable or to unavailable this original network. The reason is that I want to show you there are two networks. So that's the reason it's known as able to, right? So let's connect to this new network. When you try to connect, it will definitely ask you for the captive portal. So let's see whether it will launch any captive portal or not. So it launched the captive portal, and I have given the password boss at 123, and it captured the password and it allowed the network to connect. So guys, here you can see, okay, I have connected to uh, Airtel John 52, which is attacker's network, and I'm able to connect to the internet. It has given DSCP as well as your DNS and everything it has given. Guys, please like, share and subscribe if you really gain from this video. Okay, so sharing is caring. Bye. Thank you.